Do you remember some of the early challenges that stick in your mind that were
God, there's so many. Well, my favorite is the Trojan Horse.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that?
First of all, we had no budget. We had no freaking money back then. So they wanted this huge Trojan Horse to hide all our writers in, left outside of Letterman's stage door.
Right. It was a comedy bit. Conan was going to send over writers to Letterman.
We were going to take over the Letterman.
They were supposed to infiltrate his show. And
Yes.
Who wrote it?
Brian Rich wrote it.
But you were in charge back then.
I shot the whole thing, and we had to shoot it and edit it the same day.
Well, we didn't have a budget to build that thing. So I had two friends of mine in New Jersey build it in their driveway.
Wait, seriously?
So it didn't have a studio, a shop stamp on it. Everything we did at the beginning of our show was illegal.
I think there's a statute of limitations.
Right. I think we're safe.
We broke every rule you could possibly break, union or building.
I love this.
And I'm not kidding.
I believe you. We used to never get permits to shoot any. We would just go out and shoot.
When we did the Trojan Horse, we had an 18-wheel dump truck that once the horse was left there, we ran through it with a dump truck.
Right.
And smashed it. We backed up. I was sitting shotgun. We backed up to 8th Avenue. And we're getting ready to go. And I look ahead of me, and Adio had not cleared 53rd Street.
Oh.
Jeff Adio was the production coordinator at the time.
Yeah. And there was a wall of people right in front of where we were going.
Just to set the picture, first of all, this Trojan Horse, can you describe how large? You said friends built it in a driveway. That blows my mind, because can you describe how huge it was?
It was about 18 feet high and about 16 to 20 feet long.
Oh, wow.
All on wheels. And there was a door inside one of the legs where all the writers got in before the truck hit them.
Yeah, it was a functioning Trojan Horse.
Was there a bathroom?
No, it was a kitchen.
Yeah, a kitchenette. The whole idea was we sent it from our studio, which was only 3 blocks away from Letterman's studio, which is now Colbert's studio, the old Ed Sullivan Theater.
Right.
So we pushed it across 7th Avenue down 53rd to the stage door entrance of the Letterman.
Across 7th, across Broadway.
Right. And so then the end of it was, you mentioned this giant dump truck was going to barrel down 53rd and smash it to smithereens.
Oh.
Correct.
With the writers inside?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were actors, so they were expendable. So you're saying Jeff Adio, the coordinator, didn't clear 53rd Street?
There was a wall of people from corner to corner on 53rd. It was like right in our path.
Yeah, because I wanted to be on TV.
So what?
Well, I told the truck driver to drive back up there. So we drove back up. I said, Jeff, do you think we might want to get rid of these people? Which he did.
Okay, so they just yelled at him like, if you don't move, you may get run over by a dump truck.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I remember Martin Scorsese was the guest after that aired, and he just went on and on. He really liked it.
Oh, was he impressed with the directing?
No, but
yeah.
he just liked the bit. So that was sweet. Yeah, so a lot of stuff was built illegally back then. I didn't know that.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
All of it.
Remember the catapults?
No.
The catapults, they called for a meeting in the conference room on 7 or 9, whatever the hell floor we were on, after work on a Friday.
Okay.
On Monday morning, they wanted to somehow drop gummy worms over the whole audience.
Uh-huh.
So I'm sitting down at one end of the table, and Jeff Ross is up at the other end.
Our producer.
And I'm thinking, literally in about 3 minutes, I calculated how to build a catapult that would throw gummy worms. I went to New Jersey to our stage manager's house, built it that weekend, dropped it off in the city on my way back through to Long Island where I lived. And then Monday morning, we set it up. And when we let the catapult go with the gummy worms on it,
yeah,
they flew about 8 feet and landed on the floor in front of the house band. So
I was worried it was going to go the other way and be so powerful that they took someone's eye out.
That's what I was waiting for.
So I'm sitting there and I said, don't worry about it. It's just a couple of adjustments. And I went back and I tightened up the bungee cords to give it more power.
Yeah.
For the live show, they went back 8 feet in front of the band again. No change, no nothing. And Conan stands up. He puts both hands on the desk, leans over, and he goes, let's hear it for the crappiest catapults on television.
Jersey built.
The next morning, they wanted to do this Bluebird of Happiness.
A bit called the Bluebird of Happiness. Okay.
Yeah, and it's supposed to fly in and land on somebody's shoulder. I think Mike Gordon.
Okay.
So they're all going, well, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? And from the other end of the table, I go, well, I got catapults.